Welcome to the bad boy pod, talking bad boy bards, make a good girl nuts with the bad boy swag. Having conversations that a bad boy man, sit down, relax, kick back, have a blast, enjoy the bad boy pod, brought to you by Lady Parts.
Wow. Sorry, just reminiscing.
About our day?
Yeah, it's been a full day.
We've had one of the most exciting days in recent history, for me at least.
Diane's just trying to get some social media out of the way.
Oh, yeah. Diane, honestly, we need to schedule an intervention for her social media addiction. Pinterest. Ugh.
She's addicted to Pinterest. She's addicted to leaving comments on Yelp. Like, like she reviews restaurants she doesn't like.
Yeah, no, I would
But
say
like addicted to it. Like
her
it's annoying.
Instagram bio definitely includes Yelper.
Yelper, mother, grandmother, knitter.
Adoring wife.
Ex-wife. Adoring ex-wife.
Adoring ex-wife, indeed.
Sometimes she just leaves adoring ex-wife and that's it. And she's just like, meh, that's good enough.
More like adorable ex-wife.
Oh,
my name is Diane.
My name is Diane for sure.
Yeah.
She's known as an adorable ex-wife, a pain in my ass.
Honestly, you're an
among
adorable ex-wife.
Well, oh my God.
I'll be the first to say it.
Isn't it fun to know?
Yeah.
I mean, it's fun to know you're an adorable ex-wife.
I'm just glad that I could be the one to bestow this info upon you.
It's like you have to go through 2 different legal proceedings to become it, but...
Oh, the marriage and the D?
Sure.
The M and the D?
Exactly.
You really just put him under... Do you put him under the sheet?
He
or
did
does
it
he
himself. I'll just take a picture of what he's doing right now.
Friend?
He's truly burrowing.
Oh, we're at Julia's.
Oh, yeah, we're my place.
What do we call it? The She Palace? I don't know.
I mean, there's a boy that lives here too, I guess.
I know, but is there,
like your place is still She-Hole, even though it's the new place.
Okay.
And then my place, when it was just my place, was
the She Shelter.
She Shelter. And
She Shelter.
It's kind of Fran's.
I'm gonna call this the She Box.
She Box, okay.
Because I guess Fran doesn't really fuck with boxes.
Oh, he loves boxes. You mean like
go.
cardboard boxes?
Yeah, cardboard boxes.
Oh, he gets into them. He gets out of them.
Also,
one of his favorite things.
It doesn't feel like a box. I don't want you to think I'm calling your place a box.
Yeah. Are you calling my place a box?
No, I'm calling it a She Box.
Fucking
which is a...
vagina.
Fortino.
It's fine. I think that's a good thing. I actually like tight spaces, even if you were to be calling it a box. My name is extremely Diane.
Let's be honest.
I almost don't like big open spaces. They make me too like, ooh, why all this open space is what I want to know.
What are you trying to prove?
Guess who gave me $20?
Who?
Ease.com.
Wow, they are practically paying your fucking bills at this point.
They're really just like paying the tax. They're just like, hey, do you not want to pay some tax on this goddamn plant we grew?
Why not me though?
Yeah, you're right. They really harass me a lot more.
Where are my fucking $20 bills, baby?
Ease dollars. I bet they're going to come today now that you've invited. Maybe just like open ease.com, close it.
I know, that's your big hack.
Yeah, that is my big hack. Open, close it. You'll get so much shit.
The weird thing is when you look at a item on like, West Elm or something, and then they email you and it's like, this item is still available.
I remember
I clicked that link once.
I clicked it once. I love there's so many degrees of that I don't know what to call it, like the Hansel and Greteling, where it's like, here's our little breadcrumb to
I think that is what it's called.
It's so funny. But I remember looking at email stuff for work once.
Oh, take Kevin.
Oh yeah, Kevin's.
Wow,
oh my God.
Kevin's you were abandoning him on the couch.
Wow, he's just been here all by himself.
I was like, somebody's hardcore missing from the pod.
Jesus Christ.
I feel great.
I
feel
do you?
Perfect.
Oh God, you're
here.
That's
such a good addition to the dropometer, Kevin.
Bum's cold.
Oh,
Kevin's
Kevin Cold
bum is cold. Cold ass.
Kevin Cold Ass James.
Fran's fully licking his own
cold ass.
Cold ass and little feet.
Yeah, he is.
There he goes.
It's more of the paunch area.
It is a bit of his little paunch.
He's licking the paunch.
Friends out here licking his paunch.
I think we can see how this testicle is. Spicy?
One Pisces testicle.
It's probably spicy or minimum paunchy.
I think paunchy at the most.
Okay. Yes, Fran has cute feet.
Doesn't he though?
You're a bit of a paw fetishist. My name is Julia Davidovich, first of all. And one little... Don't let him lick you like that. Why is Carlos looking at you mid-pod? I'm just kidding. It's the cat. Franny's licking Julia mid. My name is Julia Davidovich, and Fran is licking me mid-pod. I would say early pod.
And my name is Zoe Clark, and I don't think that's okay at all. I think it's bad.
Yeah.
No dogs, no cats. You cannot lick your
First of all, pets can't show affection. Second of all, no breastfeeding in public. My name is Julia Davidovich. Sorry.
I said ew because I hate breastfeeding in public. Just kidding.
No, I know.
Just kidding. I say only breastfeed in public. How about that?
I'm still wearing the maternity bra. Maternity bra check-in. Still wearing it.
The fans were waiting.
Yeah, I know. I just want to let everyone know. And you know what? It does not fit as good as when I was pregnant.
By fans, I mean like fans of your tits who specifically listen to this podcast. The Zoe Tit fans.
The Zoe Tit fans. If you are one, email Diane at badboypod.com and just tell me what you love about my tits. I mean, tell Diane.
It's like we're talking innies. We're talking outies. We're talking... Pinky dinkies.
Pinky dinkies for sure. And it's just because I need a new morning affirmation to write in my mirror. My name is Diane. You ever do morning affirmations?
No.
Me neither. You're not like, you are good enough. I cannot imagine you saying that in the mirror.
No offense to anyone that does that. I think it's wonderful.
No, you are so cool for doing that.
But us?
Me?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, but I don't deserve love or whatever you're supposed to say to yourself.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like, I just can't picture. It's just, I talk to myself in a different way.
Yeah, me too.
And that way is fine.
I'm like, you fat whore, bitch.
I'm like,
that's what I say to myself when I'm masturbating.
Yeah, same.
Definitely. Okay, well, who's your bad boy on the block this week?
This guy out here.
I know, there's a rumor on the loose.
There's like one like vroomman. It's like, listen, we're very close to the street.
Yeah, we're podcasting from the middle of the road.
Are we already going to do bad boys? Or we're going to go talk about our little field trip?
I wasn't sure.
I know. I was just like, we'll figure it out. And then we never said
I know. I literally was like, when are we going to talk about our field trip? And you were like, we'll figure it out. And here we are figuring it out mid-pod. But yeah, let's talk about it.
Do you think, do people love it when they say we'll figure it out? No. We'll wing it. No.
We're winging. We are winging it in a way.
It's fine.
But who among us is not?
It was kind of a winged thing.
It was a winged thing.
We literally sat down. We like pulled out the equipment. We went through it. We were just like putting it all together. And then we noticed across the street they were pulling out the signs for the open house. So we're like, here we go.
And we had to go to the open house of the Gold Door. And I don't think I'm out of line when I say ugliest place I've ever been in my life.
Everything's really messed up. I mean, beautiful pool.
I mean, maybe you remember from previous pods, Julia's least favorite neighbor with the...
They don't even live there.
No, I mean, no one lives there.
We got the scoop too.
Oh, we got a big old scoop of details.
We went on a field trip.
We went on a field trip.
We talked to them. We did investigative reporting.
We talked to the real estate agents.
Yeah.
And one of them...
One of us...
new best friend.
Yeah, one of them loved us. One of them was just like, I don't care if you get run over by a train.
No, he could care less. And he was sort of enjoying us making fun of the property he was trying to sell, I think.
I think he really enjoyed it. I think he was like, you know what? Yeah, this place is shit.
Yeah, no, he literally came around. But I mean, first of all, there was a TV practically on the ceiling. Like,
that
I don't know.
Why didn't we get a picture of that?
We should have gotten a picture of the TV. That was hard.
It was because like the realtor was there with us.
Yeah, like the realtor was there making fun of the TV with us.
Damn, that was really weird.
But yeah, the Gold Door house that's been for sale for 17 years. We decided to say, just check it out. And really, you know, I guess when it comes to Los Angeles real estate, we are the experts.
Yeah,
so
we're selling Sunset for sure.
We're
selling Sunset too.
Oh my God, we are selling Sunset right now on this podcast.
Huge.
But we did go in, and it was funny. The guy was like, "Have you looked up this place online?" And Julia was like, no.
Not 1,000 times.
And I was like, yeah, we've literally looked it up so many times. We found pictures from from when it was last sold. We've been stalking the fucking
celebrity owners from like the 20s. I've looked at like everything. I entirely lied. I lied.
And then Julia was just like, no. And then he said, guess how much it is. And we obviously know how much it is because we've been tracking the fucking Zillow listing.
So I was good cop. She was bad cop. Because I was like... I think it's worth 9.
Yeah, and I was like, I knew that it was originally listed for 10, so I was like 7. Losers.
So rude.
But honestly, it, like more like 6, 5. I'd say 5.
Also, it's funny because it felt like, oh my God, I don't want to be this rude, but like, it just like, it didn't seem like anyone knew shit. Because it was like, they kept saying everything is from Morocco.
Everything is from Morocco.
Everything.
And it's like, then why is it all hideous?
Like, and also, like, what was the other thing they said?
You're trying to tell me there were no comfortable couches in Morocco? Like,
oh my God.
do not believe that.
I sat on the stiffest little lady-in-waiting couch. Like,
oh, yeah, you sat on
the bedroom? Whoo, very red.
One of the reddest bedrooms I've ever seen. I can't say it was a soothing color.
No, there's like a red and a black bathrooms color scheme.
Yeah, and
very weird.
It doesn't make sense.
It looks like a Harlequin, like, or the Joker from a deck of cards. Like,
yes,
it's like the Joker from a deck of cards is fucking bathroom.
Very club, spades, hearts, diamonds.
Needless to say, we took 3,000 photos.
Yeah, every room had 12 mirrors and 75 pillows.
There were so many mirrors. I love that room off like the weird. It was like, here's our weird business den.
Oh yeah, they definitely had a business den.
It's just like, this isn't like a den for like a weird TV to be 17 feet up. There's no room for TV here.
That was in the downstairs guest room that had like a attached lounge, like literally.
That felt sarcastic. That room felt sarcastic.
That room was bitchy.
It was very bitchy.
It looked like
this is like the mother-in-law's room.
Best Western hotel room in like fucking Kentucky.
It was inconvenient.
It was the worst place I've ever been. Overall, hideous. So many bathrooms. Wait, I looked it up. It's like, I mean, according to us 3 minutes ago, I didn't look it up, but
we've looked it up several times.
Well, it's been on Redfin for 47 days, so that's not great for LA, I don't think, but you know, what do I know? Okay.
Listen, choose 10 houses.
It's a 6-bed, 7-bath.
Huh.
Not a great use of space.
No, because I feel like we only saw 3 bedrooms. Like, where were the other bedrooms?
They were all upstairs.
Were they all, or were they all converted into like those weird rooms?
That could have been a thing too.
Because like one of them could have been the meeting room, the weird business.
The meeting room that had the
no TV business meeting room.
Yeah.
Mother-in-law high TV room.
Also 10,000 square feet. Wait, the kitchen was so ugly.
Oh my goodness.
It sort of reminded me like, you know the sitcom Modern Family?
Sure do.
I feel like one of the families could have lived in it. And it wouldn't really have made sense. But maybe Jay and Gloria.
Oh my God. Yeah, I just like bought this weird ugly old house for way too much because they thought it was like kind of cute, but then like you realize like unless this is your aesthetic, you're gonna be living it. Like it is very much a Sims house.
Yeah,
it's like a Sims expansion pack.
It's definitely like what Home Goods thinks it is.
It's like my first Sims house where I'm just like, oh, I like this end table, I'm gonna put 5 of them in a row.
The part of the problem is they did have rows of end tables instead of a single coffee table.
I mean, one thing we've learned about Morocco only through this house is that they love end tables.
They love end tables.
Like a few of them. Like it feels like they multiply when you leave them alone.
They love star motifs.
Yeah.
They love
arches.
Sharp arches.
Sharp arches. Archy arches. Or some roundish arches.
Humongous light fixtures that look like the underside of a boat.
It's just there was no like care. It was there's a lot of, and I love prints. Oh, love a pattern. Love making 2 patterns work together and like force them to like each other. This was like 40,000.
I mean,
prints.
so many patterns and they were all ugly. So like you can't. There's only so much you can do.
Yeah, I guess so.
You know, it was just a collection. I mean, first of all Moroccan.
Full review here. Yeah.
It was all Moroccan.
They just kept saying that, but it didn't feel that way.
Also, like, okay, and like it's
some of it
Moroccan,
could definitely have been from like Home Sense or whatever the store is here. Home Goods.
I think maybe part of the problem with Moroccan style, my name is Home Goods, is I think like it just has been knocked off so many times that it kind of just looks like it's from like Cost Plus World Market or like TJ Maxx or something. It's just like all of the pillows, all of the looks. It's very ugly.
Overdone. Yeah. I mean, it's overdone if it's not even like if you were in Morocco, it'd be beautiful. It'd just be so natural and nice.
Honestly, like
touches
of it are fine.
Yeah.
But like, you don't need to make your entire house that.
Mm-hmm.
Hotel. I don't even know what it was.
Hotel lobby.
Hotel lobby.
But in every room. And it's just like, but do you sleep here? Oh, I should have laid in the bed. You probably can't do that, but I should have done it.
No, I mean, you should have laid in the bed. You sat on the couch, and that was brave enough.
I gave the fakest name possible. Just kidding. It's like my a fake last name.
I saw that you because they made us.
White.
They literally forced us to sign in. They drugged us and forced us to sign in.
They made us sign in. I was like, here we go, I guess.
Yeah, and I noticed that you did a horrible job writing your email address. I was like, was this purposely illegible?
Already my writing. Yeah, it's just like, listen, if you can find me, if you could even find me, I'd even if I even tried to write my real name, they'd be like, I'm gonna fuck this up anyway.
I know, but I do sort of wish we could get on those emails. Every time there's a price reduction, we're gonna get an email.
You're right. Oh damn, we should have got on the email list. Oh well.
Maybe we should go back next week and see if they change what they say, or if they're still like everything's Moroccan.
Maybe we should just start like a new podcast about going to
open houses
once a month.
Would you listen to our once a month open house podcast? Email Diane@badboypod.com.
Oh yeah, we'll get on like the open house list, and then eventually we'll get blacklisted from going to any open houses ever again.
I would come into my pantalones if we got blacklisted from open houses. But it was a perfect trip, and we'll put a delicious little supercut video of our time in the Moroccan wonderland that is the Gold Door Ugly House.
Gold Door Ugly House. So beautiful.
So
we'll do
beautiful.
Such a beautiful trip for you guys.
I'm really glad we did that. It was like an eye-opening experience.
One of the funnest impromptu things I've ever done in my life. One of the quickest decisions I've ever made anything in my life.
That is the level of spontaneous I can handle. In an open house, that's a 7-second walk. Like, I'm not about to go to Paris on a whim. An open house across the street, fine.
That's about as exciting as we get, baby.
Honestly, we basically went to Morocco on a whim.
We really just did, without the passport.
We didn't even need a passport.
That is how I would have positioned that real estate email for this particular house.
I would say,
like, hey,
ex-con can't get a passport. Find Morocco in Los Angeles.
Loads of money, yeah. Here we go.
Do you have $8.895 million?
I thought they were at like 7 though already, because I feel like they went down and down and down, but I think they actually started at 10.
I thought they started
originally
at
listed
10,995.
Yeah, they really did.
They really did. Selling Sunset. I felt so Selling Sunset when I said 10,995.
Yeah, this is a Selling Sunset pod. Welcome to the pod.
Anyway, it was really ugly.
Would Shakira live in this house? That's the real question. No, you think she has better taste?
Did you see the rumor that she's dating Tom Cruise? No, they're not dating.
What?
But they're not dating, and that was not the rumor. The rumor was that he's courting her.
Oh, that's really
they were
weird.
like flirting at a car race.
No, at a car race of all things? He goes to car races?
Probably.
Tom Cruise is edgy?
I think F1. I think the big boy. He'll go to the big boy.
No, thanks.
My name is Tom Cruise.
I mean, it sounds boring to me.
It
car
sounds
races?
so boring. That does feel like a house that a celebrity would buy their mistress. My name is Diane.
Bam! Egg in the bottle.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, a big house that I guess comes with. It was funny. They were like, "Yeah, I think it comes with all the furniture," and I was like, "Really? I don't know. Okay."
It's like, is that a selling point, or is that my worst nightmare? Like,
I know.
Now
I got to deal with all of this. Like, you think I don't have furniture already?
Seriously. First of all, he was like, "What kind of person do you think is going to buy this house?" He asked us that. I'm like, I'm not a fucking professor, mister.
You're asking us, two people, obviously, that snuck in here, didn't want you to see us, but now you're talking to us?
Yeah, we tried to sneak out of a garage, and it was like a dead end.
How do you do that? Only rich people.
I was like, how is this? It felt like we were entering like a
rich person's portal. It was insane.
It was a portal. It was literally a portal. It was like not even in this neighborhood. It was like, it felt like it had its own zip code or something. It was so
wild.
Weird.
Yeah, it's like, wow, stairs don't even exist in this place. They just glided up here.
No stairs, just the outside of the garage. It looked like a regular city street. And then you walked out there and you realized you were in purgatory. Like there was nowhere to go.
I was just like, then
how do you get into the garage?
Exactly.
There must have been a gate. There must have been a gate.
There has to be
I'm sure there was a giant, hideous gate.
It's a private street. It has to be.
I'm sure it is. Street.
Oh, we need to. We're gonna have to uncover some more.
We'll have to head back next week.
Yeah,
with our list of questions
and a selfie stick, and they'll just be like,
we will.
Okay.
we're bringing the selfie stick.
We're going to interview the one real estate agent that does not hate us.
Yeah.
You're like, your email bounced. Did it? Let me write it down for real.
Diane at badboypod.com.
I really should have just did that.
No, but it was truly one of the worst places I've ever been. So I think...
It's like, would you rather, if you had to choose, live there and live across the street from me or live in the house you live in now? You're still going to choose your house?
Yes. Although
she's going to turn down living across from me and having 6 or 8 bedrooms. I forget how many already.
Okay, because like I would knock my head on every single one of those fucking arches and probably get a bloody skull within 3 days.
They could have done something about the washer and dryer, though.
The washer and dryer,
very not Moroccan.
The laundry room was disappointing.
Very disappointing.
It was so sad.
They had the belly ring drawer pulls, but like other than that,
it. That's well, every drawer pull was a belly ring, a belly button ring. Every doorknob as well. It was a very piercing oriented home.
That's Zoe's joke, not mine, by the way.
Whatever. And tile.
So many tassels and so many
the tassels.
Lots of beaded. I mean, I like some beading. I think beading is cute.
Yeah, in small doses, not every fucking lampshade.
Exactly. You can't put them on every single light fixture. And then also, to me, seems bad.
Hideous.
Bad idea.
So check out the Slimer at Bad Boy Podcast too. You know, get a huge eyeful of this.
Huge eyeful.
Awful eyeful.
Awful Eiffel.
It's awful Eiffel.
I got the worst rush selfie in front of the door ever.
Well, I was scared of the mean realtor.
It's fine.
He was scary.
He was just like a little bit like Rick Caruso. He's just that he liked his job, and that's why he was scary.
Exactly. And it was obvious that the other one, that's our best friend, it's not that he doesn't like his job. Like, I think he likes being a real estate agent. I just also think he understood that this house is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, and it's like Sunday. It's like this.
It's like, the other guy was taking it way too seriously, and it's like, look around.
But also, like, didn't know shit.
Yeah, no.
Rick Caruso Rising didn't know shit.
Rick Caruso Rising, like, long hair and balding at the same time. A lot
so
going
interesting.
On. Yeah, he was a complex individual.
Very complex.
Married?
Divorced. He looked very divorced.
Huge divorced energy.
Wow, I should have just, like, fist.
The other guy, LA's most eligible bachelor, I'll be frank.
He kind of looks like ex-football player to me. I kind of think he looks like a college football player.
I saw that he had Invisalign, so I think he's on the date. I think he's getting ready to date again after a rough multiple-year relationship that he thought was the one.
Oh, interesting.
But she dumped him, and now he has Invisalign, and he's about to meet the person who he's going to spend the rest of his life with.
Invisalign does feel like a thing that you kind of do to improve.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, interesting.
Just a thought.
We're going to have to find him online and then also find his Instagram and then find out his life story. I'm sure
we should.
He kind of seems like one of those people who, like, posts his workouts online. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure. And you know what? I don't think I'm crossing the line when I say I would watch the fuck out of those.
Zoe would. She
I
absolutely
definitely would. We had a little bit of a thing going.
Do you think they, when they said that they party there, that they would just do like really long, what?
Was my fly open the whole time I was at that open house?
I don't know.
I'd fucking shoot my neck off. But also, I kind
let's
of hope
roll the tape.
Okay, well, let's do Bad Boy on the Block because we're already 23 minutes in.
Wow, we're killing it.
Yeah, it's true. But that was fun. I would go to more open houses and talk about it on the pod.
Oh, yeah. And you know what we should do more of?
What?
What's it called? Estate sales. Because there's so fucking many in the city.
Oh, yeah. We could go to estate sales.
Especially nowadays. I feel like people are just trying to sell off their $1,000,000 houses.
Do you want Bad Boy Pod to do a hard pivot where we no longer talk about perverts and we just go to ugly houses? Email Diane at badboypod.com.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. I'll do something different. Who cares?
Who the fuck gives a shit, to be frank?
As long as I get to make people laugh, who gives a shit?
True. As long as I could fill my lifelong dream of making others laugh. Nothing
Zoe,
gets me going.
Don't you love it? Sorry, just making sure Diane is doing her social media well. Diane's doing... Oh, yeah, that's what I was checking. If your fly was undone this whole time, I was like, why did I even open this phone? God damn it.
Well, it's a button fly, so no one would notice.
I really, really hope. No, I don't think so.
Okay, perfect. Oh, yeah. No. Smooth as a whistle.
Imagine in the middle of it, I was like, your fly's undone.
I would have been
kind to everyone.
I would have sexually harassed the other real estate agent and been like, hey, can you button up my button fly for me?
And they would be
I have
like,
to suck in my stomach when you do it.
Stop.
I do, though.
No, I just mean like you do not want him touching your thingamabobs. Thingamabobs.
You know what I mean?
Be the good girl, you know, no, be.
For sure. Did you go see Little Murmur?
Not yet.
Okay. But who is your bad boy on the block? If I have to ask you again.
Greetings.com.
What.com?
Greetings123.com.
Oh, every year. What happened?
Every fucking year. It's like, oh God, June sucks. It's my dad's birthday on the 1st.
Well, dads and grads.
It's fucking dads and grads season.
Yeah, it is.
Possibly the worst part of it all. And anyway, it really kicks out for dad's birthday too. So it's like dad's birthday, then my birthday, then his fucking other birthday, which is
your birthday
Father's
is
Day.
Today when this pod comes out.
Oh my God, happy birthday to me. Come wish me a happy birthday or I'll jump off a building.
Okay.
Okay?
Look.
Okay.
You don't want to be the cause of that.
Listen.
Just saying.
Okay. That's what I'm saying. What else was I saying? Oh yeah, it's a birthday month, but also dads and grads. So I got to send him a greeting on Father's Day. But then I sent him a stupid card.
Greetings 123.
On Greetings 123. And first of all, they don't make it easy. It's like the longest process. There are 7,000 pop-ups. It's really like the worst experience of your life. It's like going into that house across the street, except on your computer.
Oh,
just a lot everywhere.
Horrible.
Just a lot of side tables, but like on your computer, on your desktop.
So many side tables, so many glass top. Honestly, we didn't even talk about the giant vases.
I didn't even notice the giant vases.
Okay, I'll point them out to you, and you'll be pictures. Like, they've just blended in because everything in that house looks wild.
It's like a weird museum. You can tell in the rooms they just gave up because they're just like, I don't know, TV 17 feet.
Yeah, there was one room that had a single chair in it, and I was like, what is that?
This is the chair's bedroom.
That was the adjacent to the business room that had 2 chairs in it. There was literally no purpose for that room.
There was some random just like, oh, here's 2 storages. I don't know, board games.
Yeah, you were like, is this a closet? And it's funny.
But there was like no like shelving in it. Nothing.
No, it's just
shelving in your
box.
closet. Or are you just going to put some bad kid in there? Anyway, Greetings 123. It takes too long to load. A. B. I sent it to the wrong email because my dad apparently got locked out of one of his emails.
Oh,
Great. Perfect. Then I sent him another one. I left the Y off of like part of the email, so it bounced. And I was like, God damn it. I have to go here a fucking third time.
Annoying.
It's a third time of the first card of many of this month. It's like, and George sends thank you cards.
Oh, on Greetings 123?
On Greetings
Well, they make it so easy because they're like, reply with a thank you card.
It's just like, no.
I know. I'm busy.
But he does it.
So
anyway, that's it.
That's it. My bad boy on the block.
I think I got I have something for the summer. I forgot what it was, but it was like, I think it's an ad or something. It's going to be a surprise to me because it's somewhere on my desktop. I laughed out loud and I screenshotted it. We'll
delicious. I cannot wait to see it. Diane, same. My bad boy on the block, and I think you know about it, is the fucking neighbor's cat.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know that's what it was going to be?
Yeah. I mean, I think you did mention it was your bad boy.
So in my new house, my neighbor has a cat. It's like a black and white cat. And it's like combo my arch nemesis / love interest.
Which is so random.
You know when you have like a crush on someone and like you're just sort of always waiting to see them around?
Oh yeah. I mean, high school days, baby.
Like high school.
I was like, that was half the reason I didn't want to miss any school. Was just like, I'm going to miss class with my
like
crush.
High school, college. Like I just feel like we have this relationship where it's like whenever we see each other, we're a little smitten. But at the same time,
I didn't expect all this.
I think this cat is like a manipulative sociopath, but like in a cute way. Yeah, and the cat just like sits directly outside the window and harasses the dogs, and it'll just sit there staring at the dogs, and the dogs will be losing their absolute fucking minds, barking at it, lunging at it, like trying to jump out through the window to fucking get the damn thing, and it just sits there wisping its little tail around, being a fucking dick. But every time I see it, I get a little bit of a smile on my face.
We made love, we cried.
Definitely, because he's such a little dick, and I love him.
What a trickster. I did love the way it just kind of sauntered over like beep ba doop ba doo. Yeah, me.
It's such a beep ba doop ba doo. It's like a Looney Tunes. Like it feels like such a, Tom and Jerry, except the cat is sort of the instigator here. Yeah, the Jerry. Wait,
now I'm getting
Jerry's
all confused.
the mouse.
Listen, whatever. Roles reversed.
Yeah, the dogs are like the stupid ding dongs, and the cat is like the one trying to make it lose its mind.
You ever think about Pepe Le Pew and the fact that was it not like a skunk and a cat?
No, I think they were both skunks.
Email Diane. Now I forget.
Wee wee or something like that, right?
Wee wee.
Yeah.
We'll put it in Slimer.
Okay, perfect. And we'll put a picture. We'll put a picture of the cat or a video of the cat in Slimer.
Beautiful cat, by the way.
I have so many.
You were so mad at it, but also like you still love it.
It's very complicated.
You don't think they're gonna attack it ever, just because of the pure hate that it's like.
No, it can outrun those fuckers so fast.
I guess so.
And it can jump up trees. Like, I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, they're not exactly friends either.
No.
They're not going to be hanging out.
No, when the dogs are outside, the cat doesn't come around. But it will, like, sit on top of the brick wall that surrounds the property and just sit there while the dogs lose their minds. It's so a fucking dick, I'm telling you.
I love cats for that reason. They're nuts.
Okay, you ready to do Bad Boy updates?
Yeah. Wow.
Well,
so many.
There's really just a Bam Margera update, which is he's on the run again.
Come on.
So Bam Margera is still bamming, and he also said something like, he also basically threatened suicide if he doesn't see his son again. He was like, I'm going to smoke crack until I die.
Okay.
Unless I get to see my son.
It's like, I want to take him seriously, but at the same time, do I?
I know, like, there's so many better ways to kill yourself. Or are there? Maybe that's the best way.
I don't know.
Seems pretty painless.
Seems pretty, like, I don't know, it's annoying to me. It's just like...
It's just expensive.
All of it. But also, like, that vibe where it's like... if you're
killing yourself, don't you want to do, like, good drugs?
I guess that, too.
You know? Give me the good shit.
But just the way he is, you're just kind of like, hey, Bam, can you just stop?
I know. I need Bam to stop. I need Bam to get help and be okay. But also, like, just relax. Also, Elizabeth Holmes has begun her 11-year prison sentence, and she's in the same prison with Jen Shaw from Real Housewives of Salt Lake City.
Heard.
So I find that exciting.
Very random.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, good for them.
Good for them.
Do you think they're going to be pals?
Yes.
Two gals in the news.
Two gals in the news. Maybe they'll start a reality show together, which I would find fun.
Honestly, or another business.
Uh-oh.
Dream partners.
Honestly.
They're both in there for like...
scamming.
Yeah.
Well, Jen, they both are in there for scamming.
So is this like a scamming prison? Where are they?
Prison for Scams.
Prisonforscams.com.
I think they're just in, well, I guess, I don't know where they are actually. Email Diane if you know where they are. You know what?
New York State? Like what?
Diane's in prison with them too.
Oh, shit.
For sure.
She wishes.
And then that's really it for updates. A third teacher sued Kanye West's school for wrongful termination because she said she's claiming that she was fired because she said that the students had no books. And so she's suing.
Okay. Well.
So.
Listen, good for you.
Get that money.
Get the money.
Get the money. You're a teacher. You know, I hope whatever lawyer is doing it pro bono because, you know, Lord knows you're underpaid, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. It sucks.
So let's jump into our bad boy of the week, which is basically a Danny Masterson trial talk.
Ugh. Yeah, it's finally over, I guess.
It's finally over, I guess. We did an episode on him years ago. But
Angel. Just kidding.
Certainly. But this past week, Danny Masterson was convicted on 2 counts of forcible rape, and he faces 30 years in prison. Sentencing is on August 4th. There was a third rape charge that the jury deadlocked on, and that was the one that was brought by his ex-girlfriend. So?
I mean, listen.
Yep.
What is Scientology other than just like a house for lawyers, a weird place they push around boxes during the day?
Like, they definitely do that.
They're a real estate. I mean, they just
own real estate.
That's it. They just own real estate.
Maybe our next one needs to be some Scientology shit.
Oh,
our next big tour. I'm not going back to the blue building.
Not going back to Big Blue.
Not going back to Big Blue.
Tell you about the time I got back when Uber Pool was like a good, cheap, normal option.
Yeah.
2 Ubers in a row. I had an Uber Pool with Scientology people. It was just really weird because it was 2 in a row, and I was like, am I being followed?
You're a bit of a magnet. Okay, well, so speaking of Scientology, all 3 of the women who brought the legal charges, were Scientologists when they met Danny Masterson. And just as a reminder, he had his first trial was in November, and there was a hung jury. So there was a retrial, and that was the one that he was just found guilty on.
Yeah.
One of the women had reported him to the LAPD in 2004, but prosecutors didn't file any charges, and then the case was revived in 2016 after the three women found each other, I think, on social media and went to law enforcement.
Nuts.
And a big part of Danny Masterson's defense was that, like, the girls all talked about what happened to them before they went to the police, so they had time to, like, make sure their stories lined up or whatever. I'm like, that is not what happened. I mean, obviously the jury agreed.
Like, you're literally, of course you're going to say that. But, like, yeah, no, it's just because you're a pervert that did the same thing to multiple people.
Yeah, so it seems like what he did was basically drug and assault women.
Oh, wow. What piece of shit.
I know.
Not that I, like, was a fan of that 70s show. Well, listen, I was when I was a kid.
Sure.
Not that I'm, like, a hardcore fan now.
Yeah.
But it's just, like, I don't know. People are so disappointing.
I know.
Like, deeply disappointing. Like, to think that, like, that kind of thing is what gets you off is literally awful.
It's gross.
Also, Bijou Phillips, run.
I know.
Are they still together?
Yeah.
No.
She cried when he was found guilty. I mean, obviously.
Bijou. What normal. The hell?
He didn't cry, though.
He knows.
What does it mean? So all three of them were members of the church at the time of the assault, and they claim that the church dissuaded them from reporting Masterson, and they're suing the Church of Scientology and Masterson for harassment and stalking. Okay, so this is where the wild shit kind of comes up with the Church of Scientology in this trial.
Mm-hmm.
One of the women claimed that her dog died from unexplained traumatic injuries to its trachea and esophagus. So this person's dog died.
That's awful.
Randomly.
Yeah,
it was
that.
beat to death, it seems.
Yeah.
And also said that church members chased her around as she drove her car, filmed her without permission, harassed her online, and posted ads to social media sites soliciting sex in her name. So this is all in the lawsuit.
And you know these people were definitely underpaid.
Oh,
it's like
yeah,
just like
sure.
some like pawn.
But you also know they did that shit.
I know
they did. We all watched
like
the Leah Remini show.
Know. Yeah, and Leah Remini helped break this case, I think, actually.
Yeah, we love Leah, right?
Oh, we fucking love Leah.
Do we love Leah? Or
we
like,
do.
I can't tell.
Yeah.
Is she a Rick Caruso?
No. What do you mean? In what way?
Leah Remini political affiliation. My name is Diane.
Wow. I know she's a Dem.
I had no idea she was half Jewish.
Her
mother is of Austrian.
Related to her. Just kidding.
Her mother is of Austrian Jewish descent.
You could be related to her.
Oh my God,
wow. Zoe Remini.
I'm a bit of a Remini rising. Just kidding.
Wow.
See,
Leah Clark. That has a better ring to it. I gotta say.
That's kind of a sick name, though. She called out Trump. Well, of course she did. Well, who fucking knows? It doesn't really matter what her.
Do you like this penis they drew for me on Ancestry.com?
It's a delicious little penis. You should post it on in Slimer.
You know what? I will.
Another one of the plaintiffs suing the church said that she and her neighbors saw a man taking pictures from her driveway, and that night,
don't do that. That
night, someone broke a window in her 13-year-old daughter's bedroom.
Creepy.
So fucking weird.
I hate it.
So I'm glad that he was found guilty. You know, we'll see what he's sentenced to. Hopefully they're not chill about it. I hate him.
Yeah, I mean,
prison industrial complex is bad, but like fuck Danny Masterson. I
don't know where else you're gonna put him. Honestly, I mean, he kind of at this point deserves to be there if he's been lying this long.
Put him at Gold Base.
Kind of honestly, put him at Gold Base.
I say send Danny Masterson to Gold Base,
and then no one says where's Danny because we all know where he is.
I know. Well, or like wherever Shelley Miscavige is, David. Why don't we put Danny there?
Put Danny there.
Put Danny there.
Put Danny in like here. I'm trying to think of like the word, like a boiler room. You know what I mean?
Danny
boiler room vibes.
The boiler room.
It's just like all you can eat every day is.
I don't think he's going to be well liked in prison.
Lunchables. Like Lunchables? I can guarantee you hate Lunchables.
I hate them. When I was young, when I was a child, I did like them though.
Really, I never got to really have
the pizza
them.
kind.
Never got to.
It's so disgusting to think about it now.
I mean, they're really just like a weird uncooked like version of a pizza. And
it's like
kids, salami,
it's like
cheese,
an
cracker.
Uncooked cracker.
It's charcuterie,
tomato paste.
Yeah.
Ew.
Charcuterie for kids. It's not good.
Thinking about the smell is disgusting.
Like, I can smell it.
I can smell it too. Mm-hmm. I can taste it, and it's bad, and I hate it. And I don't know why you would bring this up.
I'm so sorry, but it's just, why do you have to bring it up? Honestly,
I have no idea.
I really
Something
don't
about
remember.
Danny Masterson's prison food.
That's what I want him to eat for the rest of his life. Is like only the pizza Lunchables.
The pizza Lunchables.
And like they're like, look, you're making a pizza at your desk. Not really.
No,
Where's
not
my
really.
chef's hat? First of all,
did you? What kind of? Do you have a Roku TV? No.
No, she's just. Oh, you mean like the operation?
Yeah.
She's an Apple.
Okay. Because on Roku, there's the American Bake Off. I guess this is such a TV talk, and it
Oh wow,
couldn't be
Save it,
more
bitch.
tangentially related to what we're talking about.
Okay.
But I'm going to talk about it anyway.
Should I shut the door on Master?
Oh yeah, sure.
On his fucking penis. Honestly, castrate Masterson.
Oh, castracerson.
Castracerson. Like, it's really not a bad idea, I think, for predators to castrate.
My name is Julia Davidovich.
What are you going to do?
Mark McGrath did not follow the trial.
No, I don't think so. I don't think he was just like, we set this one out.
Yeah, he sat
It's
that
too
one
sad
out.
for me.
He sat it out.
He's like, I really love that show, man. This sucks.
Yeah,
I love that
know.
Fez guy, man.
I mean, he still watches it. It's his comfort. It's one of his comfort watches, I say.
He's like, Topher Grace, my man.
My man.
Yeah.
My man, Diane.
My man. My name is Diane. Wow. There was... Oh,
Topher
it's
Grace?
a TV talk. No, it's a TV talk.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Well, I guess, do you have any good boys?
Oh, shit. No,
yeah,
I don't.
We have so much TV talk.
I mean, you know what? Here's a good boy. Rhubarb. Been making so many pies lately.
I made a pie.
Oh my God, we got to put some pies in the slimy.
Pies in the slimy.
Wow, you made a low-carb pie, though.
I made a low-carb pie. Let me just say, filling, phenomenal. Pastry, left a little to be desired.
Oh, you made it, eh?
I made it.
Yeah, I mean, you're much more patient than me.
I should not have made it. I should have purchased a frozen one because
I just like getting like the rollout dough version because I do like my deep dish, but I just don't feel like fucking making the whole goddamn thing.
I know, but homemade pie dough is so much better than store-bought. It just is.
It is.
It just is. But the pastry tasted good. I just didn't cook it well.
That's the other, because like it wasn't thin enough or whatever. That's
maybe
the other
it wasn't
part.
thin enough. Maybe I
You're
should
not
have
a
blind
machine,
baked it.
Okay, you're not a machine. You
I'm
can't
not.
do.
But I'm going to practice my pies.
Yeah, sure.
You know,
practice your pies. I
I'm
wish
gonna
there was like a
practice.
mini version of like, you know how I don't know what it's called. They used to have one at the They'd have one at the bakery I used to work at, obviously, but it was like where you put the dough in and it kind of like flattens it and it flattens it and it flattens it and it flattens it.
like a pasta machine.
No, it's not a pasta machine. It's like it's just like a dough flattener. And you just keep
Oh.
putting it through and through, and it just keeps getting flat.
Oh, I
And
need
you
that.
don't have to do anything with your arms.
Oh yeah,
That's the problem.
they see me roll and they hate and trying to catch me making pies. You know what I mean?
Wow. But wait, I cannot imagine a low quad. Wow, she's really.
I just farted big time.
Is that my ball or yours?
That was mine.
Oh, beautiful sound.
Yeah, I made the filling was delicious, and I would just eat the filling like applesauce. But
Damn.
the crust sucked.
Oh well.
But you could still put it in the Slimer.
I did fuck up a top. I've been doing a lot of like crumblies.
Oh yeah.
I just love a crumble top. It's just
Yeah,
like
they're
It's
delicious.
an excuse to put more sugar on it.
But also, I feel like if you're not to make fun of you for using frozen pie crust,
What a bitch.
but I feel like if you're not using pie crust, doing a if you're not making a pie crust, doing a crumble top sort of brings that same thing.
I mean, it makes you feel like you made a crust.
Exactly.
But you didn't. But I put too much butter in it.
Oh,
Because like I just like I can't get the recipe in my head for a crumble. I have to look it up every time. And this time some asshole told me to use half a cup of butter, which is dumb.
Is that not enough?
Is way too much.
Way too much.
It is quarter. It is a quarter cup
Wait, you
of
melt
butter.
the butter?
No, it has to stay cold.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And it was too soft by the time I had gotten it. Because
That's the
it's
thing.
just fine if you do it with your hands, but like too much butter, too soft. Pie tasted great. It just looked like shit.
Okay.
Very soupy. It was
soupy
hard.
pie.
It was rough for me. I was upset. It made me not want to make another pie again. But listen, I'm going to have to get back on the pie horse.
Get back on the pie horse. I'm going to make another pie as well. And I'm going to work on my crust. And I want to make it better. I want to be a better version of myself.
I want to be a better version of myself for pie. Because this is the time to make pie when it's really, really hot out.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway,
Definitely.
really just like maybe if there wasn't so much rhubarb, I wouldn't be eating so much fucking pie. But here we are.
Yeah, alas, alack. Okay, the thing is, though, about Great British Bake Off.
Mm.
There's an American Bake Off. Did I talk about this?
Maybe? No.
I don't know. There's an American Bake Off. It's on Roku. But
I don't think I've seen it at all.
Paul and Prue are still the judges. Different hosts.
Random.
But Paul and Prue are the judges, and they are doing like the YouTube press tour. Like they're doing all like the Wired autocomplete interview and like all of those things.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been enjoying watching Paul and Prue doing these YouTube things.
That's so weird.
They did like a U.S. snack bracket.
U.S. snack bracket. I can't even picture it.
And when you were eating those repulsive Doritos,
oh yeah,
they chose Cool Ranch. Spoiler,
what?
As their number one.
Because my number one right now is Tangy Ketchup. Doritos.
Literally my 13th reason.
She wanted to die the
I
whole time.
hated watching you eat it. I
Every
hated
minute of
the
it. She
name.
hated the smell of it. She hated the bag. She hated that the bag was like
close to me.
It was open from the wrong side too.
It was. I noticed that.
I was eating it from upside
I noticed
down.
that it was open from
Perhaps
the wrong side.
worst part of it. Yeah.
No, it was the name Tangy Ketchup.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
That's
I'll put it in the slimer for chip heads.
Oh, sure. Tangy
Chip
Ketchup,
heads.
definitely like a Benjamin Moore paint.
Ooh, Tangy Ketchup.
Tangy Ketchup.
That's a sound you make.
Okay, well, let's do TV talk for real.
Okay, give me 1 second.
You have 1
TV
second.
talk.
So, should we just get the elephant out of the room and talk about the curious case of Natalia Grace?
Oh my god! Wow.
This.
Wow, it rhymes. I never really realized that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I did.
It's
I wasn't saying it
practically
out
Dr.
loud.
Seuss.
It really is the hugest Seussism.
It's the hugest.
Seuss on the loose.
It's the hugest Seuss on the loose on Discovery Plus.
Oh my god!
And you know what? That was a bit of a Seussian thing to say.
You really Seussed out.
I Seussed
How do you
out.
feel? How are you? Are you okay after Seussing out this hard?
No.
It's a real Seuss. Wow, what's going on?
Okay, I have to say though, on my chaotic seating, you know my chaotic seating charts.
Oh yeah. What happened?
The one that was Dr. Seuss's birthday.
The wickedly talented.
I made the whole thing rhyme.
Really?
Yeah, I did it like a Dr. Seuss poem.
Wow, this is a plug.
Killed it.
Plug for Zoe's TikTok.
No, please don't. But I also finished all the birthdays.
What do you mean you finished?
I did a
all
full
the
year.
Oh my god!
I did a full fucking year.
So you're not doing it ever again?
I've done
a year's like enough, I guess.
A year is plenty, but I feel like I've done other things. I've done like other seating charts. Like I did one for like, what was it? Fucking Glee actors.
A year is a good amount to do a bit.
And then I think it's time. I'm ready to retire it though.
Yeah, that's fine.
Anyway, Natalia Grace. Wow. Okay, so this is a documentary on Discovery Plus.
First of all, hate her dad more than it's like hate her mom, but like really hate her dad.
I hate both of them.
It's like it's like if I never heard from her mom, I'd be fine.
So, I don't know if you're familiar with the horror movie The Orphan, but it's basically the story that inspired that. It's about a girl who was adopted from the Ukraine. She had like a physical disability. The family thought she was 6, and then according to them, she started threatening to kill them. She had pubic hair and had a period, so they thought she was older than 6.
All of that I thought was so perverted.
I agree.
I was just like, why are you talking about her pubes and her
also,
period?
Like, just because she has pubes doesn't mean she's 22. Like, some people get pubes very early.
Yeah.
Also, I just think this documentary proved nobody knows how to handle people with disabilities.
Oh, totally.
It's just like, they're like, oh, she's disabled, so she looks 7 even though she's in her fucking late 50s. But it's like, no, she's probably just 7.
It was so wild. And like cruel also.
Yeah.
I mean,
so the way the documentary sort of plays out is she gets adopted by this family. They're like Christian, obviously.
Sure.
The dad is like heavily featured in the doc. It's basically like
he's the victim in this. That's what this doc is. He is the victim.
Yeah, and he's crying all the time, and he's like spilling the beans. Like
he could not be like less of a victim.
So true.
I mean, you know what I mean. Wait.
No, he's one of the perpetrators.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's just I can't. He's really so like, read the room.
I know. So this Christian family with 3 children adopt this girl from Ukraine. She's a little person and she has like a degenerative muscle thing. I don't really know, but she has physical disabilities and they adopt her, and it's this weird, you know, like savior fucking thing, of course. And they live with her for a couple of years. They claim she's threatening to kill them, that she's like hoarding knives, that they like wake up to her in the middle of the night with a knife in their room. And eventually they convince a court that she's older than she is, so they legally change her age to 22 from like 11 or something like that. And then they basically put her in an apartment by herself.
Moved to Waterloo, Ontario.
Is that where she moved?
Yeah. The parents moved there to like make sure that other kid had an amazing education.
Oh, right.
They're like 14-year-old who was like,
it was like a savant type.
I don't know.
Yeah, so she lived in this apartment. All of her neighbors were like, they like thought she was like a crazy person. They were like, why is she always playing with my kids? Fucking pervert. Why is she always in my apartment? Why does she smell bad? Why doesn't she eat anything? It's like because she's 11.
She's a child who was like left here alone.
Yeah.
That's what I found so fucking shocking about it all, was just like all of these actual adults that were shooing her away and being like, look at this weirdo.
I know.
Who's just like absolutely like the worst, and she's a like tart. Like,
yeah,
look at her presenting herself to men. Like, all this awful shit.
I know.
Like, so sexist, so fucked up. And, like, I don't know. Also, like, I mean, like, obviously, all ableist. Like, they...
Very much.
And they put her in, like, an apartment that was on the second level, too. Like,
they put her on a second-story apartment with, like, incredibly steep floors.
And never equipped to parent, like, a kid who had these limitations in the first place.
Yeah. I mean... The parents were eventually charged with child neglect and then like adult neglect or something like that. But when the dad went to trial, the child neglect charge basically didn't happen because they couldn't mention the age, because legally the court had changed her age, even though like it seemed like they talked to her birth mother who corroborated the age that she was adopted with. They talked to doctors who worked with her when she was a kid, and they were like, the growth plates weren't closed. There's no way she was 22 when I saw her. So it's a pretty wild story, I gotta say. And the documentary did not need to be 6 episodes long.
No way.
But I still enjoyed it.
But it's just like, because it's 6 episodes of like this father. I mean, I'm calling him a father when he was like, he's so bad.
He's so bad.
He's just so lucky that his
he basically
ex-wife
blamed. Yeah, he
like had so much evidence of being a piece of shit.
Yeah, he blamed pretty much the entire thing on his ex-wife. It sounds like they, in their care,
they're so bad.
Yeah, I'll use passive voice. In their care, it seems Natalia was abused. It's sort of unclear whether she threatened to kill them or if they made that up. It's also sort of unclear whether or not she actually had pubes or if they just made that up, because the people who adopted her after them was like, she never got her period. She like, I was with her when she got her period, so I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I mean, even like weird people that she was neighbors with at various places at this point, because I think she lived alone in 2 different places.
She did, yeah.
Were just like, she was wearing underwear meant for someone who wasn't a child, and it's like, why are you looking at this literal child?
Yeah, also like, true. Also, like, yeah, her parents bought her that. Like, her parents were pushing this thing, like...
Do you think she did anything for herself for, like, the first how many years she lived under...
She must have been deeply confused.
It must have been very...
Yeah.
Like, on top of, like... So that's all traumatic, it sounds like.
Yeah.
But then all the, you know, various houses she visited, it sounds also like there was some kind of, like... And I don't know if her birth mom had anything to do with it. I doubt she did. It was probably more like... Whoever, like... facilitated this deal. It sounded like they wanted a lot of money.
Yeah.
And it sounded like this family had a lot of money to spare.
Yeah, they had like he had like complex. A Corvette.
Right. Like he started
there
with
was
that.
Sort of an implied sex trafficking with the wealth. Moment dear. In the did you finish the documentary?
Yeah, but which part?
When they were talking to that guy who was like the hard rocker. or like he was a celebrity in the 80s.
So wait, okay, what do you mean?
The other little person that they were talking to that was like sort of a celebrity that was kind of sexting with the mom on Facebook Messenger.
Right.
She said something like, do you want to have Natalia for the night? Or do you want to go on a date with Natalia?
So what I got from that for some reason was I was assuming that was like the mom trying to pass this child off on someone else.
Oh, as like an adoptee.
Like that, because I don't know what the fuck is wrong with the parents. Like, actually, there's something deeply wrong with them.
For sure.
But like whether or not they really believed she was a child or not, or they just did that all legally so they wouldn't have to deal with her anymore.
Right.
I don't know what the truth is really. Yeah. But like, I think they were just trying to find her because they're obsessed with her sexuality.
Yeah,
They're obsessed with talking about how, and like all these people being like, oh yeah, she was really interested in older men. Like, I think that's like, just her mother projecting.
Also, why does the neighbor know that this girl has pubes? Like,
exactly. Why do all these people know
that's such wild
that?
Information to share with people you don't know very well.
I don't get it. I think that the mom is trying to like be like, oh, listen, like here, you're actually an adult. Here's her new boyfriend, someone who is just like you. I think that I assumed she was trying to matchmake.
Then the neighbors
because I don't assume everyone's bad.
One of the neighbors also said a thing that was like she spent a lot of time in this guy's apartment. There was a couple moments in the documentary where they sort of implied that the Barnetts, who were the family that adopted her, were trafficking her, but they didn't like go deep into it. They just sort of like booped on it, and I'm like, you can't really boop on that.
You know, it's funny because it's not funny at all. It's just like I did not even assume did they say trafficking?
They never said traffic.
Okay, I just didn't assume that.
There was just
I can kind of see that. There are fucking psychopaths out there.
Yeah,
that would do that
for sure.
That's really weird.
So she is being interviewed by the people who did the documentary, and she's having like a special come out on Discovery Plus.
I can't wait.
That's like The Curious Case of Natalia Grace, but then Natalia Speaks. So that's going to come out, I think, this summer sometime.
It's the only time I care about TV.
I know. So I think it said it was like 2 hours long. I can't wait.
Okay. Wow.
I literally can't wait. I hope she fucking goes in on the dad.
I need her to go in on the dad. His like false sincerity and just like the way he tries to come across as this victim, and just he has like the narration of it down where he's just like, and lo and behold, this happens. And you're like, can you fuck off?
I know. He really was performing.
Like, storytell so much?
He was performing so hard.
You're right. Grotesque.
Yeah, he sucked. And I felt really bad for the oldest son, who they said, who was also interviewed in the documentary, who's like, they mentioned in the documentary that he has autism, and that's like a part of his story in the documentary. But it just seemed like he was being manipulated to speak on camera when he didn't really want to. Yeah. And it seemed like both parents sort of use him as a pawn in their weird, like, the mother used him to retaliate against Natalia when they were living together, when they were kids, like, and now it seems like the dad is using him to like perpetuate his story.
And he was their escape.
He was to Canada.
It's so fucking sad.
Yeah,
that poor kiddo.
I know.
Like now, he's just like, oh, I didn't. His father, by the way, who has 3 looks throughout the entire thing.
Yeah,
it's
he's
just like
really a chameleon.
This guy's got a lot of time
on his new wife, by the way.
I can't. This poor woman, get out of there. She's like, I don't know. Don't fall for it. Like, don't fall for his weird theatrics. He's such a nut.
Never date a man who has a docuseries coming out about him.
And then you're speaking in it?
Yeah, no.
Lady, get out of here.
Anyway, hard recommend, even though we just basically talked about the entire thing.
Yeah, hard recommend paying for Discovery Plus for sure.
Oh yeah, or getting on
Cancel Netflix, get Discovery Plus. Just kidding. Speaking of Netflix, I think I should leave.
Oh, I haven't watched it, but I knew that you were going to want to talk about it.
It's so funny.
I was like, she's going to kill me for not watching it.
No, it's fine. It's not like I'm going to sit here and rattle off quotes or anything.
You might. I've already seen quotes on the internet. It's
they're everywhere.
A hard quoted show.
It's a hard quoted show.
Was it a good? How does it compare to the other seasons?
It's still funny.
Okay, but not your favorite.
You know what? It's kind of like you definitely see the formulacies, and not in a negative way. I think it just feels like there's an I think you should leave universe where you're like, oh yeah, we're all in here together, and we all think about it in this way.
It has a very specific tone for sure.
It's cute. I love the show. It's so silly.
Okay, The Ultimatum Queer Love.
I'm at the end of 8. Is that caught up?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Listen, I started it. Did I mention this last week where I was like, I watched all 2 episodes. It was barely anything. You're like, there were 4. And I was like, that was 4?
You watched 4.
It felt like a feature-length film, and it was beautiful.
I saw online that it was filmed 2 years ago. So there's no way any of these couples are together at this point.
That's great. I should be doing research. Well, I didn't know that.
There's just literally no way.
Damn. Fun.
I mean, because they're like, I guess some of them are older, but like 24-year-olds? Come on.
I mean, I can't believe One I Hate is back together. And is it Xander?
Xander and Vanessa.
Poor Xander.
I know. Whatever. Xander will be fine. Xander's going to make the right choice.
I'm sure
Xander
is single. Let's see. Have you already looked?
No, they can't post anything. That's going to spoil it.
Still? Yeah. I guess not.
No, but next week is the reunion and finale.
So for 2 years, they've just like not.
I guess.
Just not been saying
Maybe
shit.
They have Finstas.
Oh. That
My Name is Reality TV star.
Yeah.
Okay, also, last thing. Padma, I know you don't care about Top Chef, but Padma's leaving Top Chef.
I saw your story. That was very serious of you. Zoe never posts anything serious. She really doesn't.
It was deadly serious.
Deadly.
I was upset.
You were
upset.
Because I
love Top Chef, and she's such an important part of it.
I mean, I'm still shocked, and I don't even watch that show. I'm just like, wow, that's kind of like...
I mean,
she's been the host the entire time, right?
Yeah, 20 seasons.
That's so much.
That's
a lot. So what's she doing now?
She has her own show called Taste the Nation or Taste of the Nation or something like that.
She's a beautiful woman.
Oh, absolutely. One of the most stunning women on the planet.
I don't want to be rude and like asking this, but like, has she had work done?
I don't know.
Because if she has, it's very subtle.
I mean, if she's had work done, it's tasteful. And if she hasn't, she's amazing.
I mean, she's amazing either way, work done or not. It's just like, I'm always like, wow, when people have work and it looks extremely subtle because the city is just so full of it.
I know.
And like, I don't mean to be like so negative about it. It's just like, there's just a lot of weird plastic surgery.
I don't care if you get plastic surgery, but if Padma did and it's that subtle and looks so natural, I'd say great plastic surgery, Padma.
Yeah, congrats. I would love to know who did it. I'm just curious.
Just curious.
Just curious.
So that's basically the TV talk of it all.
Anything else? Oh my God, I didn't mention this last week.
Okay.
But Naked Attraction.
Oh yeah, what is that?
It's just like this British show where they just show full on nude people.
Peen?
Okay. Poos?
Peen poos?
And then they open it up and like we're like, oh, now we're doing the non-binary version and like queer.
Great.
So I don't know when they started that in the seasons because it's been on forever.
Okay.
It's on channel. I guess it's channel 4 technically.
It's British.
Yeah.
Is it like they date and they're both naked?
They don't even date. I mean, they date at the end of it, but it's like, so there's like 6 people or something, and then there's like me, and then the cover goes up and they show, legs and puss or peen first, and they're just like, oh, so what do you think of that penis? And you're just like, oh, well, that's too big for me.
Oh, it's like a game show?
Not even. It's like, I mean, it's like a dating show. It's
Okay.
like reality kind of, but like they make you see them naked first, where, you would usually see them naked last.
Okay.
In a traditional.
That's wild.
It is wild. And they just, and at the end of it, they just like spin them around when they get eliminated and their clothes are on. But it's just so funny to see because they're just like, penis.
Peen.
It's like penis and then your clothes. And you're like, that's not how I expected them to dress.
Oh,
or it is. And
that's funny that you like don't know their sense of style until.
Because you don't. And that's
like,
kind of important.
They could be a fucking nerd or they could be like a cool bro.
They could like only wear clown costumes. You never know.
You would never know.
But we started noticing like repeat people who like come back and you're just like, wait a second.
Like, I've seen that peen.
Well, there's one guy that did like, he's like featured in the series credits at the beginning.
Yeah.
Because he does splits and
Ooh.
The host says, oh, I think I hear balls slapping on the floor because his like literal balls slap on the floor. Like you see full penis. But he's back again. He gets rejected twice that I've seen already. And I'm just like, oh, this guy. Yeah.
I'll accept you, baby.
And sometimes you're like, this feels predictable. And other times you're like, wow, I didn't expect that at all.
It's like, wow, I had no idea you were going to go for that peen.
Yeah, it's like, it's interesting. Or like people just be like,
well, they're the peens are all soft.
Not all the time. Yeah. And then there's
they pop
tits.
They pop bonies on the show?
They do pop bonies sometimes. And sometimes they'll just like
on purpose or just like
I mean, like, it just happens, I guess. Like, you don't really even notice until you notice. Yeah. But it doesn't even feel that unnatural.
That's so hot.
Stop. But, like, I think it's very wholesome, which is weird. You wouldn't expect it to be.
Sounds wholesome at all.
Also, the host used to date, I think, one of the Bake Off hosts. I forget.
I don't think any show that has spontaneous bonies is wholesome.
It's, like, weirdly wholesome.
No way. Not a chance.
It's shocking. I wish I could like put any of it in
you literally just talked about balls slapping on the floor and now you're trying to tell me the show is wholesome.
You're right, but whatever.
Okay.
But they showed like in primetime spots and you're just like, okay,
family
so
values
just, like,
for sure.
8:00 and it's like maybe your cousins
8:00
on the TV.
and full peen. Why not?
Listen, or tits.
Or
vagine.
Or vagine. Or bootay.
There's a lot, like, apparently hair is not as in as I thought, I guess, in the UK.
Oh, hair is out. You heard it here last.
In the UK, a lot of bald poos.
How about a lot of manscaping or not really?
Yes and no. I mean, lots of like manscaping. I would say not a lot of sloppy
There's no full
peen.
bush on the.
There's some full bush, just not as much as you'd think.
Okay, great.
There's some landing strips, but mostly people, I feel like they panic and go bare immediately.
Yeah,
just like,
it is a panic move.
But I mean, they'll just be like, "What do you think of that labia? What do you think of an Audi, innie, blah 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 blah," kind of thing. Or they'll just be like, "I think they're a grower, not a shower," and you're like, "Interesting."
I don't know if I'm going to watch this show.
You probably wouldn't.
Okay. Well, email Diane at badboypod.com. Your peen. Just kidding. Please, for the love of God, don't. Email Diane.
Only send Zoe your peen.
Your bad boy on the block.
The wickedly talented.
Bad boy on the block.
Yeah, definitely your wickedly talented bad boy on the block. Your TV talks, etc., whatever. Shop.badboypod.com for a t-shirt. You can actually buy the house across the street at shop.badboypod.com.
Yeah, we have a direct link to buy the house.
Yeah, for sure. And then obviously follow us at Bad Boy Podcast.
Sure.
And leave us a 5-star review if you nasty.
We'll give you a pin. It's free.
We'll give you a fucking pin.
Yeah, we love giving pins.
We do. And other than that, eat your vegetables and...
Oh.
Yep.
Eat your vegetables and only... I don't know. Only have good bagels. Not sad bagels.
Absolutely. Look.
No sad bagels this week, please.
No sad bagels.
That's all I wish for you. Oh, yeah. Happy birthday to me. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. Happy birthday.
And Kanye West.
Well, happy birthday to Julia.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Brought to you by Lady Parts.